We really wanted to improve our welcoming of students to Loyola, and we brought that back to our first moments of Jesuit education. The NETVUE grant, it seemed like a natural connection to several areas on campus, one being Messina. So Messina definitely brings together faculty members, student leaders, administrators at Loyola who are very passionate about walking with first-year students through their journey.
Really, the Messina program was a unique blending of student development work and academic work.
Classes that we included in Messina that year for the NETVUE grant, engineering, psychology, philosophy, theology, and we do this in kind of community with their peers in the Messina classroom, but also their advisors.
And that advisor then works with them the entire year. They have an evergreen, an upper level student who serves as a mentor. So we have the whole team to be able to support, get to know, work with the students to make their first year and transition to the university as robust and meaningful and academically enriching as possible.
We set up Messina with learning outcomes, and 2 of them are dedicated to discernment and reflection, really having students think about the habits of discernment, but then also thinking about how they can incorporate that into reflective moments throughout their first year at Loyola to help them make decisions, become better critical thinkers, and really think about how they can contribute beyond themselves.
Discernment is this ongoing process that really asks you to think about who you are and what your place in the world is.
Some students were going to come to this moment and this grant having a very clear kind of idea of what they think they want to do, and others might be very open to kind of exploring through our curriculum and our core. So we were able to kind of design projects, activities that I think spoke to both groups of students there.
Opening them up to the idea that other things exist, or maybe their strengths or passions might align with something else, or they could still align with what they want to do and areas to improve on as they move forward.
So what this did for this grant in particular is it gave us the opportunity to kind of focus more on those reflective moments that help and aid discernment, really thinking about what they're good at, where they find joy, and how they can use their talents to serve others. We really thought it was important through the NETVUE grant to also really focus on Loyola's value of community. So one interesting aspect of this grant is that it really happened as we were responding to COVID. We applied for it during the semester. We were all home and remote, and then coming back, having workshops, the initial ones with masks on, in person and hybrid. And for our faculty kind of planning to do this, I think that coming back to a sense of community was really important.
And we had a 2-day mostly in person, but some hybrid options to be able to have the Messina teams meet, learn a lot from our other campus experts about vocational discernment, to really create a wisdom about the process and how best to scaffold our students in that.
Coming through the process of this and some of the training, it really made me think more quietly and more proactively about how I was going to live my vocation in front of my students.
I think some of the principles that were discovered through this process, I think will definitely help in the training of those advisors in all aspects of class year moving forward.
The next 4 years will be probably a deepening of figuring out what they feel most called to be and to do in this world around them.
So we're excited moving forward, thinking about ways we could take that experience, but then maybe do something, acknowledge that our students will always be kind of transformed by this COVID moment, and thinking about ways we can align vocational discernment to what will be most advantageous for them moving forward.